Hey everybody, Scoots. Just filming a video. I wanted to take a second to thank everybody. Once a year for the past few years, we've done a drive to hear from all listeners who aren't in a position to support the show or to choose not to support the show. And I just want to thank everybody because I love hearing from those listeners. It really shows me the value of the podcast. And I love hearing from you any time of the year, even when we're not doing that drive to hear from people. And you can always use the contact form on our website to let me know what's important about Sleep With Me to you, or what you enjoy about it or what's important about it. I wrote everything down if you do listen to the ad-supported version of Sleep With Me and you're not in a position to support the show, or you choose not to for some reason or whatever, I'm working on some ideas to get you more in like our community and stuff like that. And Co is talking about it too. So stay tuned on that. I'll talk about it on the podcast or on social media. And yeah, thanks for taking the time to share with me your stories and stuff like that. And we've made changes based on that. We've been working on it for like 2 years since I did the first one. So this is good news video. We've been trying to find ways to keep the show sustainable, even when our membership is can't be the sole thing that supports the podcast, obviously. So you may even have heard those changes, and that'll be like shorter automated ads that are not in my voice. We've tested them out over the past 3 or 4 years, and those are really, the best part about them is they're shorter than the ones I ramble on, and they just put the show in a great position to stay sustainable. Yeah, so that's really cool. We hadn't been in a position, but it looks like at least for the rest of 2024, we will be. And it just kind of creates a really nice safety net for the podcast. So there's that. What else? Do that. Oh, if you prefer an ad-free version of the show, you can always get that on Sleep With Me Plus or through our referral program. There's somebody that earned an entire you just refer people to a free podcast, you get a special link. You go to sleepwithmepodcast.com/refer to sign up, and you refer people a free podcast, and then you can earn 3 months, 6 months. You do have to put a little bit of effort into sharing and being sharing in a way, your honest experience, sharing your favorite episodes or whatever. But it really does work for the people that have, what I was saying, and then I got on a tangent, was someone earned basically they'll have free Sleep With Me Plus for the rest of the Sleep With Me. They've referred so many people to the show. And Cornelia, one of our listeners, she Mrs. Cornelia too. She also earned she referred thousands and thousands of people, not just to check the podcast out, that became listeners. So it's an amazing, powerful thing if you use social media and you're regularly sharing. If not, Sleep With Me Plus is a good way to do it. The other thing is, if you prefer me doing the sponsorships, the difference between the sponsors where I'm not voicing stuff and the sponsors where I'm doing it is the sponsors where I'm reading the thing, and they're direct response sponsors. So if you support the sponsors, it increases our likelihood to have sponsors where I get to voice the thing. But all those sponsors are only based on listener response to their spots, which is obviously a challenge for a sleep podcast. And that's why, you always hear me very hyper about a lot of this stuff. So yeah, if you love me doing the sponsors, support those sponsors. Oh, and if you're an international listener, we've tried to get sponsors outside of the U.S. With varying degrees of almost success. But the best way, if you're outside of the U.S., to support the show is on Sleep With Me Plus. Maybe one day we'll have regular sponsors outside of the U.S., but we've never made it more than a couple of months. Sounds like Cohen needs my attention. Yeah. Or you just want to? Are you trying to participate, or did you want me to? She wants me to give her my attention. So anyway, this is just an update. I thought I'd say because it's an exciting update, particularly for all those people I hear from that really value the ad-supported version of the podcast, because that is something like I don't think Sleep With Me would work if it was just a paywalled service, even though it's used like a service for the majority of listeners. There still are a lot of drop-in listeners or people that just enjoy the ad-supported version of the podcast. And I've heard from those people. So that's why I'm always so excited. So anyway, thanks so much, everybody. This is a little update. And like I said, I have more updates soon. And I'll try to put this out. I can't put it out on the podcast, obviously, because there's my timer to move on to my next task. Anyway, thanks so much.